TOM here once again, back. Been crushing it out here for the last little bit. I haven't been doing any tutorials, so I've been super busy working on a sweet ass sample pack for Black Octopus. But I'll talk about that later, because I hate it when fucking tutorials, when they start and you're looking for a sound and the person just blabbers on for like 2 minutes about some bullshit. So I'm going to show you the sound that, or I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing in this tutorial. So I'm going to be taking, it's basically going to be showing you how to, if you have like a vocally lead or some sort of like sound that you want to make a vocal, and how to make it actually sound dope and not like hollow and like super lame and gay and shit. So here is, I'll show you an example of the sound. It's right here. Okay, here's one of the sounds that you can make sound fucking sweet. So this is just a vocal cut up. Whatever, that's just a vocal sound. And unprocessed, it sounds like this. Let me turn all this shit off. Sounds super lame-o. So, and also that just by itself is not going to sound fat in the club. Like, it's going to sound gay. So, and I don't mean gay, homosexual, I just mean lame. For any pussies out there. Okay, so here is, me and Tycho we've been literally crushing out tunes like the last little bit. Frustrated as fuck with some tunes, but in the last week, everything's come together, and I kind of like, we got like, popped out like 4 or 5 new tracks that are all equally badass. So this is a remix of Tiesto's that Red Light song. It's really sweet. I really liked it. So this song is like it's like a combination of, because after like last weekend, that was me and Joe Fletcher were tagging. He came to the city and then he came back to the after hours that I play at, and we were tagging, and like all the songs he was playing, like there's some crazy shit coming out from that kid coming out lately in the future. But all the shit that that he was playing was, it was like big roomy, and but like at the same time like bouncy, and like I thought about that, and like, because big room shit at festivals goes off, people go nuts for that shit, like the big kick drum and stuff. So I tried to like make a combination, kind of like that Vinny guy or whatever, Vinny, I think it's Vinny, that new TJR song is coming out with them. But I was looking at their track, and they have like a big room feel to it, but it also has this like offbeat bass to it. So I'm just going to show you the structure before I get into the actual, this like tutorial of this shit, because this is all really useful shit. So like on the bass, like I fucking combine like 2 basses here, that, and then I like they're really punchy and stabby. And like to do that, you need to get like, I just used some samples and I put them into here, and I fucked around with all the sustain and shit. Samples isn't cheating, by the way. If you guys want to use samples or shit, do it all up, because like to manipulate this into what you want, like all the crap I have on here, is really, really hard to do. So I use that, and then I also put this bass on either side of it, because usually you put basses down the middle, but if you have a higher end bass, you can crank it off to the sides. So I have that coming off in the middle, and then just something in the middle, like a thicker thing in the middle. And then I also made like a big long kick drum. So it's not like short and punchy, it's like boom, boom, that fucking big kick room style thing or whatever. And so I have that, and then so I have that going on like here, and then the bass is like sitting up here, and then I can put my leads on top, and it'll still sound big roomy, but still got that like offbeat groove to it. And I know that's technically in like Melbourne bounce, but that shit's been around for like the longest time, and I really really resonates with me, and it really, because it makes people dance and groove, and I think that's ultimately the point of like music. So yeah, so I have that, and then the second drop is equally as badass. So it breaks back down. I threw a bass and shit and some drums under this, so it's like groovier. This is the original. The original just has a kick and a clap, and I had some bass and some hats and shit. Breaks down again. So what I'm going to show you today is how to make these sounds, like this one. Boo, boo, boo. How to make that really fat. Because that alone... Okay, here's something really funny too. This second sound right here is just... Here, I'm going to duplicate this. I got lots of people asking me, they're all like, always, I get a message on tutorials and stuff, and they're like, where did you get your samples for, like, where do you get your samples for all your leads? They're so cool and they're so nice, they sound so fucking sweet. This one is actually just a moo sound. I went and downloaded a bunch of fucking horse and moo sounds. That's gay. So, and then I manipulated it to give me this sound. Sounds pretty cool. You can do that with a lot of things. I've shown tutorials on how to do it. You just gotta mess around with stuff, kind of get the key of it right. You gotta figure out what key it is, and then get a good sound, and then put lots of like FX on it. But to make this sound good, because this initially, if I just go and listen to this, is like if I put the original MIDI notes or whatever I have down here. So for the first little bit, it's this one, which is just a vocal chopped up sample that I found. I think it's part of the song, actually. Yeah, it's like what is it? Let's see if we can play it here. Oh yeah, it's like, there we might go, or whatever. I put that in key, and then I cut that up, and then, so I have this played on here. That's just a sound from it. And then also I have layered underneath it to make it like a little grittier. I put like silent. Just like a simple, like, kind of like trance saw with a little bit of reverb and stuff. And then I have it mad EQ'd. Like this is, I've taken all the stuff out of the middle of it, because that's like where these fundamental frequencies are. And then a compressor, and that's pretty much it on it. So then already this sounds like this. Like this one is kind of spread out on the sides or like around this area, and this one's kind of going down the middle. And then I also found for this specific one, because I didn't feel it had enough, I put in, that's like, I have it like just this part EQ'd, so it's not conflicting with this one. Come on, switch it up. It's not in the same frequency range as this one at all. Also, this one is G3 and this one is G2. So yeah, so they're in different frequency range. I cut everything out because this one had a little bit more vocal in it, and it would be able to go, or so it would give like the lower end of this vocal, if that makes any sense. So I was just honestly messing around, just like, I made this track in a day. So like if you keep practicing, you can do this shit really easily too. But like it just comes down to messing around with stuff and kind of figuring this out. But this will definitely put you on a path to doing that. So then also once you're doing that, like at first I had like a little bit of reverb on all of them, and now I just have the reverb on this one, and then these other fundamental notes are just like plain and stacked. And then I throw a reverb on like the master bus, and then some delays and shit. So it goes like, I have like this thing where it goes like... See, now this is sounding like shit, and I don't know why. Yeah, that sounds okay. So that's basically what you would do to. So you want to try and layer, because lots of the time like a cow sample or something won't be enough. There won't be enough like frequencies in it to make it sound like, give it girth and make it sound fat in the club. And then you're gonna want to, so you're gonna layer it with lower stuff, with lower things in the frequency range. And before I had this before, like there was another one. I had another sound that was on the sides, but I found it was too much shit going on, and you really I had to take a step back and like figure out which like sounds do you want that'll make it clear. And if you do that, it'll come out like pretty badass. And then, so yeah, then I'll also put this on the sides, which just give it some variance. Yeah, just some shit to give it more like, I don't know, variation. And because this is a straight up party song, like I do it so like we just be able to party, or people like, because the song was so good and like people love it in the club, but the original drops kind of, it's good, it's really good, but it's not like super dance club worthiness. I don't know if that makes any sense, at least from the ones that I play at. But yeah, that should help you to figure out how to do this kind of shit. I'm gonna do another tutorial right away here on some other shit, some other stuff that I learned in the last little bit. And yeah, this song is up for free download, so go check it out. Download it and tell your friends about it. Tell your mom. Your mom's gonna love this song. Woo. And then yeah, I don't know. Fuck. Hit me up if you got any questions on some other tutorials. I've been super busy. Oh yeah, got a sample pack coming out from Black Octopus. If you don't know who they are, they're a huge, like, there's like Freaky Loops, Vengeance, and Black Octopus are my three like go-to sample pack people. And they asked me to do a sample pack, so I'm just doing that. It's hard as fuck to do that shit, but I think I'm putting a lot of time into it. I'm gonna put some tutorials on each like section on how to use things and like to give you the most value out of your like sample pack or whatever. And like just shit that I'm also making it partially for you guys, but also for myself to like hone my skills in like making stupid little drum fills or something, or making like risers and shit. Because usually I use samples for that because it's a pain in the ass to make. But once I get a bunch of them, I know how to make them really easily. I'm gonna not only put them in the sample pack for you to buy, but you can also, there'll be a tutorial how to make them. So if you want to practice and make them like yourself, you can do it. So I hope you learned something from this. I'm out. I'm gonna go make some more songs and do some more stuff.